Olá e sejam bem-vindos à Party Trick Astrology. Eu sou a Nina.
And I'm Shaina.
And we're in Brazil! Yay! Children screaming! And this is Virgo rising because the Wi-Fi is so spotty here and has so many people on it that we thought we're gonna get this up only by the time that we get to LA. So why not push the videos that we had planned for here aside and just give you the risings that you want.
Yes. So we kind of lied, but not fully.
I mean, we didn't know we were lying at the time, so...
The videos will come that we have the ideas for.
Yes.
So they're just going to be on the back burner.
And you'll get them between series. Virgo
Today,
rising.
yes, they were doing Virgo rising for everybody. I feel like we're so out of practice. We haven't recorded in so long.
How do we start again? When we say like Virgo rising.
Earth.
Oh yeah. So Virgo is a, what are we doing? Risings. So Virgo is an earth sign. It's a mutable sign. Its symbol is the Virgin.
Carrying wheat.
And it's ruled by Mercury. It also rules the stomach.
Yes. So, Nina, when you think of Virgo rising, what's just the word that comes to mind? The honest word that comes to mind.
I feel like you're asking me this because you have an honest word that comes to mind, so go ahead and say it.
It's the nerd rising.
Virgo already has that characteristic of being very analytical, being very thinky, being, yes, nerdy. So when that is the first thing that you present, that is a little bit of, you know, that's how you come across. And interestingly enough, most people with Virgo risings have Leo in the 12th house. Wherever Leo is kind of expands that house.
Yeah,
so
kind of like having a little bit of a sun influence in there.
So having Leo in your 12th house and being a Virgo rising kind of speaks to that nerdy quality of liking fantasy and
comic
Dungeons
books
and Dragons and that kind of stuff.
Escaping through that kind of stuff. Black Mirror season 4 episode 1 vibes.
I haven't watched it.
You'll get it. This guy's weird.
Mostly also something when you think about Virgo risings is the word sensitive. Just because they are so analytical and so acutely aware, they are very sensorially, literally sensitive.
But not in the typical way of like emotional sensitive. In
No,
the way
sensorially.
Of like, yeah. In the way of if one thing's off, it's like, like they're the kind of people that made that like meme that was like when the teacher doesn't fully erase the board and there's that one line there, they're like must erase.
But also literally on a very physical level, like loud noises, strong scents. That's something that I've taste. Virgo risings are picky eaters.
My dad has like super hearing. He's a Virgo rising and he has weird food things and he has a lot of food allergies.
Which is also, for some reason, that's kind of nerdy, right? Like, you're like, nerds are allergic to things.
Yeah. Virgo rising also might indicate maybe some health issues. I find that they always have some sort of mental health or physical health or something.
Just because that's like very much on the forefront. It's what's ruling your chart. Mercury is ruling your chart. You have a lot of that Virgo health influence. It's something that's very much a part of you, basically, just because it is your rising, it is your ruler.
They come across very smart, very intellectual. Like, I know Jay-Z is a Virgo rising, but he has Pluto in the first. And so, like, I was watching this documentary, and he's, like, in this suit, and it's, like, it's interesting because you, like, take him very seriously. Because you're like, he's intellectual, he's smart, must be taken seriously. But, like, you know, and he's a very respected rapper.
He's very much like a power kind of man. He's not like a... But like, it's like what very, people look down upon, like, oh, that's a thug rapper. He's like a very
it's like a very put together, like smart, he's good with words kind of rapper. Like, Virgo risings will want to fix everybody, fix everything. I like talk with my crab hands.
Because they're just so particular. Also, another word that accompanies Virgo and that has to do with Virgo rising is critical being very critical. So honestly, I find Virgo risings either like they're just very hardcore worriers or very critical of things.
Like almost maybe snotty and
Yeah, a little like negative and someone, not me, but someone said that Virgo risings come across as, have we ever said the word cunt on our channel? Is now the time to start?
Yes, now the time to start.
Come across as cunts. Just because their particularness and their necessity for things to be perfect, or at least that's how they come across, that particularness, that criticism, criticalness that they have can just kind of be a little snobby, a little rude, or like if they're at a restaurant, they need to know this, this, and this, and this, and it's like the thing
Virgo
is,
rising ordering at a restaurant can be the worst thing ever.
and the thing is, because it's their ascendant, they don't care that they're that way. They are that way. It's not like it's their moon. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm being such a pain, but like this. They're very much like, this is the way it is. This is the way I am, and kind of being very critical and precise about it.
So it's like an entitled overwhelmment. It's weird.
It's hard to, English is hard for me right now. It's hard to disfarça. It's hard to disguise the anxiousness that they have.
Yeah, because it's on the forefront. So they're big worriers. Virgo risings are big worriers, and they really like organizing things. And a Virgo rising may be, depending on their left side, maybe a totally jumbled person, and shit
especially
can be
if they have a lot of water, and the Leo in the 12th house doesn't help if their planets also speak to.
Virgo risings will hear this like, well, I'm not clean, I'm not tidy. It's like, but you know where everything is, and it has to be in that random ass particular place, kind of thing. Like, I have a friend that's one, and like his backpack was a total mess, but he was like, I know where everything is.
And like his backpack was a total mess, but attached to it was hand sanitizer.
Exactly. They can be big germaphobes. The feeling of growing up around your family, you felt as though you always had to be very put together. You have to show your cleanest self. Virgo risings don't like feeling messy or dirty, and their family probably instilled this: you have to be smart, you have to be responsible, you have to be put together, you have to be clean, you have to be tidy, you have to be everything practical and this and perfect, and kind of almost a perfectionist attitude towards the child. So that can add worry to them, because they took on this Virgo rising, which is why there's worry, because they have to be perfect and everything has to be perfect and everything's okay.
And their parents are probably also on them about their routine, like, have you showered yet? Have you done this? And what's funny is my cousin is a Virgo rising, and he's very much not a germaphobe. In fact, it's a family joke of like, Pedro never showers. He's a sneakerhead. He loves his shoes. He gets so sad when his shoes start getting a little dirty. He's like a very particular about that.
Yeah. But Virgo risings can be very friendly and personable people, definitely. Like, I find upon first impressions, like, they do give off a good first impression. Don't you?
When I met your dad, I was just like, what a nerd!
Yeah, no, he is, though. But, like, he's friendly.
No, but when I met him, he was in a high anxiety stage.
Oh.
So when you were like, oh, he's a drummer, and I'm like, what? No, just an accountant. Like, what do you mean?
It's because he's an opposing Pisces sun. Like, I don't know. It's not intimidating.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes
not
it's
somebody you're afraid
like,
to approach.
It's almost like to the point of they're silly. Like,
yeah.
Because it's something like that they do just naturally comes off like a little more nerdy, or maybe it just comes across as a little more silly, or maybe that they embrace that nerdy, silly side.
Yeah.
But like, we always like spotting Virgo risings on Are You the One, because it's like people trying to be cool and it's just not happening.
No. Virgo risings have the worst dance moves. Like, I have a friend who's a Virgo rising, like one of my best friends, and she's a dancer, and she's like an amazing dancer, but like when it comes to like party dance moves, they got like the like,
yeah, they
total,
might embrace like the Like, oh,
Like
fuck, I'm not gonna
moms.
look cool, so let me
Yeah,
just...
that's what they do a lot. I've noticed they're just like, fuck being cool. I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
be silly and like. And sometimes I'm like, do they even know how ridiculous they look? But like, they don't care. For the most part, I'd say.
No, but I think for the most part they don't know how ridiculous they look.
Yeah. Virgo risings also like have like weird little dorky sayings because it's like all about words. So like I've realized like they'll say like dorky little things,
or they like references.
Yeah, they're really good like researchers or figuring out like they're really good at getting a job done.
And if they're not responsible, because they're not always.
No.
They'll worry about them being responsible.
Yeah.
And then in the 7th house, as a Virgo rising, there is Pisces. So Virgo is all of that, you know, organized, critical, structured, and Pisces is nothing of that.
Oh,
And
it's a mess.
It's very much like, on the one hand, a Virgo rising is looking for the Pisces to mellow them out, to take them out of that criticalness, to take them to breathe and like know that like it's okay, and to just like know to escape a little. But on the other hand, the Virgo rising is trying to fix the Pisces, or
They
Pisces
love
dominant, or Pisces rising.
finding people to fix.
Yeah.
Just like if something's wrong, Virgo rising wants to fix it, and so that's sometimes people don't want to be fixed, you know.
But then I think it's actually a good match, the fixing nature of the Virgo rising with someone Pisces, or Pisces dominant, or Pisces rising, because there is an aspect of Pisces that wants to be saved, and it's kind of like wallowy and kind of like very much escapist and can't pull themselves out of certain
And
situations.
want to be like,
and want to be nurtured and fixed in that way, or just like they don't have that innate responsibility to do something themselves, so the Virgo rising can really like keep them in shape.
I know so many people with a Virgo rising and Pisces influence. Like,
I know, me
more
too.
People. So Virgo risings are attracted to people who are artistic. You know what I'm saying? Attracted to, because they're so knowledge based. They want somebody that's more of a creative thinker and think outside the lines and stuff. Facial features of a Virgo rising.
Oh yeah, so they're another nose kind of sign.
Yeah.
They've got that like I don't know why the long nose is so.
It's like trying to search.
Yeah, it's like
something. It's like really that you seem to have like more shallow eyes.
Yeah.
Like it's like smaller and more
rectangular.
Like, another thing about Virgo rising's physical appearance is they usually have a really nice body because it's all about health, and they just naturally can kind of be more about their physique and the way that they look and that kind of thing. So they usually have a really nice body. So.
It's not necessarily like that Virgo rising is super into their physique and, you know, but just naturally you're gonna tend to be slimmer even, or just more
like muscles come easier or something like that.
Oh my god, Virgo rising, this is another nerd thing, the hunger pack of like, you know, when you're growing into puberty, some people work out and like get 6-packs, but then some guys just cannot put on weight at all, but they're naturally like they're naturally skinny and naturally like muscled, so they have like a hunger pack.
You could have some stomach pain, some digestive issues like sensitive stomach, or just sensitive health
in general. Sensitive health, sensitive senses.
It's definitely not an easy rising. We've been very negative this video, so we apologize, but
we come across very smart.
Yes. And that could be bad for people that are stupid, because everybody's gonna think that you're smart. But if you are smart, you will always get recognized for it. Virgo rising, I think, is like valedictorian kind of.
Yeah, and also someone that responsibilities can be given to.
But I also, another thing about Virgo rising males will always seem gay.
That is so true.
Yeah. They always come across as gay, and Virgo risings are definitely people that can get bullied more often than most risings, so you're probably going to get bullied, and the way that's going to be is like, haha, you have all these allergies and sicknesses, haha, you're gay. Like, that's how they're going to get bullied.
I don't get that. First of all, like, why is it such a trope that having allergies make you nerdy?
It's because Virgo risings are the ones with the allergies.
Oh my god.
It's so
the chicken before the egg.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm I'm saying. Before we close, can we say one good thing about Virgo risings?
I would say that it's not bad to be a Virgo rising. I don't think so. Nothing's bad. It's okay. Every time, like, you know, sometimes you just say things like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then people are like, oh, shit, I have that.
Yeah.
Or like,
no, I see what you're saying.
You know? So, like, it's okay.
Don't, you
There
know.
are plenty of other Virgo risings in the world. It's a completely normal thing.
Y'all good.
Relax.
I know that's hard because you're Virgo rising. You just relax.
Namaste.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Should you say bye in Portuguese?
Ciao.
There you go.